Top five, top five, top five.
Yeah, girl. You ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top five, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Ranked Top 5 List of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tuong Law, and we are on the internet, man. This podcast is streaming through the airwaves. First online-only podcast, and what better way to kick it off than with the A-Team themselves. Not across from me, well, very far across from me, I have the man with the thickest beard and the best Wi-Fi I know, Angus MacDonald. Hello. Is that you? I can't tell who's doing that.
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Good to hear your voice.
It is. It's really good to hear your voice. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Although it's been only really 1 month, but it feels like a long, much longer.
A month. You and this is a little inside baseball for the whatever universe we live in. But we just had the Ottawa Improv Festival like a month ago. That would have been the last time I saw you in person. And I thought
this would have been in February.
Years ago.
We're recording this beginning of April just to break the fourth wall here, show you a little peek behind the curtains of production.
So it blew my mind. It blew my mind that we've been kind of apart for so long and stuck inside for so much of it.
I'm hoping by the time this episode releases that this whole thing will just end and we could just do real podcasts. Sure.
I think it looks like it's on its way out. It definitely isn't getting worse every day.
Can you introduce the medical expert next to you?
Yeah, I would like to take this time. Hello, everyone. We've got a medical expert today on the show, and I would like to introduce Dr. Samantha Leggatt.
Hi,
Samantha Leggatt.
everyone.
Hey, Dr. Sam.
Hi.
How's life being a doctor? She's not actually a doctor.
Yeah, I wouldn't take my advice too seriously here.
Sam, you're recording all the way from Halifax.
Yeah.
Halifax. How's that going?
Great. I'm a honorary Haligonian now.
Is that what they call themselves?
It is. It's kind of wacky and fun, you know?
Mm-hmm. So and you just had a hurricane or hurricane-like weather. You know what? Hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, our power went out twice. But I feel like if you were to talk to other true Haligonians, they would laugh if I called this hurricane-like weather. But
they would be like, "Poofed!
You haven't seen nothing yet."
Our power goes off twice a day.
It's a South End thing, I've been told. So
sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So you're going to move there after you're done your term over there.
Totally.
Cool.
Beautiful city.
Sam, this man, I would say, beside you, let's just say, needs no introduction, but introduce him anyways.
All right, no introduction. All the way from T-Dot, the man with the second best Wi-Fi connection here. It's Leslie Cserepy.
'Cause I lose all my rankings. That is just so rankably me. Oh, rank soups. I ranked them again. I ranked with your heart. Got ranked in the grank. Oh, rank soups. I think I'm in rank. That's sent from a rank. I'm not that rank-a-cent.
I love it.
His wave is just a wall.
Yes. Yeah. Leslie, you might have to turn down your gain a little bit. Just a little bit.
What's up? What's up? Too powerful? Ooh, it is a little powerful.
It was too powerful.
I'm gonna turn that down.
It was amazing.
But it was so powerful that everybody in their homes were able to hear it and dance along with it, I'm sure.
Well, I'm glad. You know, I have to keep some sort of normalcy in these times we live in.
Leslie, can I ask how do you come up with all these songs? Because I think at an outside someone who like a real dumb person, like a real idiot might think you're just taking a song and putting the word ranked in it. Sometimes where it doesn't fit or make sense.
Who said that? Who told you that?
The case.
No, who told you that?
God.
Who told you that? What are the names? What's their address? I want to find them.
Jason Donovan.
Jason Donovan.
Mhm.
All right.
All the Jasons.
Everybody
Jason
named
Donovan?
Jason.
Jason
Yeah.
Donovan, if you're out there, I'm gonna fucking get you, man.
Wow, that's
I think that's actually still safe.
Do we
within,
have
like,
to open
laws.
every A-Team episode with threats to the general public?
you know what?
No, just a segment of the audience.
Doesn't have to be
Okay,
18.
you're right.
Leslie has set a precedent. Basically, any guest who knows that Leslie insults our audience ends up doing it for him if he's not on the podcast.
Right.
Bless everyone for doing that. But hey, everyone, we're doing our an online episode. So if you hear a little bit of robot-y noises, whatever, we're just making do. But we have a really wholesome episode in front of us today. We are talking about soups. Oh, I love soups. Soups. One person on our podcast is less enthused about soups.
Sorry, did you say soups?
Yeah, soups. What did you think we were doing today?
Oh, I thought it was suits.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Suit.
Yikes.
Ooh,
Seersucker.
Taylor.
No, I can probably pivot this. Give me a second. I can pivot this into soups. I just change a couple words and this will make sense.
Oh, great.
A soupcito?
Good save. Yeah, we're doing soups today. I'm excited to do this. Angus, how do you feel about soup?
I like soup.
You do?
Yeah, no. Okay, so let me clear the air a little bit. I like soup. And I think this will kind of dovetail into the rules a little bit. When I first thought of soup, a lot of the things I pictured, I guess, were various types of stew. Now,
Now,
I was
here's-
then told-
this is the elephant in the room. In the
Okay,
virtual
ground
room.
rules. We're already in it.
Tongue is of the opinion. Jesus.
Okay, Angus, what do you think about ground rules? What stews? You mentioned stews.
yeah, I'm fine with stews. Like, I learned that stews would not be admissible on this list. Excuse me, just a hiccup from all this beer I'm drinking. Yeah, I learned that stews wouldn't be a part of this list, and I'm not gonna lie, I immediately was like, okay, well, Leslie is down a nomination, and I am down several nominations.
Yep.
But we're okay. We're okay with soup. I had to pivot a little, and I had to pick some soups.
You know what? Hot take. Stew would still be at the bottom of my soup list.
Really?
Whoa. Sam, you haven't
agree.
had one of my stews.
I would agree.
You haven't had
So-
one of my stews, Sam.
So can I ask
No,
this
I
then?
haven't.
Because I think Leslie and I might be more on the same page. This is maybe why we're more in the stew camp. When I have a soup, it's usually the meal. Like, I don't have like soup on the side. Like, restaurants
You
will do
never
like soup.
order a side soup?
No,
I
not
love
really.
a side soup. God, I love a side soup.
I love a side
winter?
soup. Love a side soup.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what season. I don't really get like I will if I'm getting like I would get like a stew at a restaurant. Like, I want something a little heartier.
Right. But
I
when
also-
someone's like,
Side
hey, do you
stew?
want fries? Do you want salad? Or do you want a soup? It's never soup.
It's fries 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. But yeah,
But
no,
like,
I mean,
if you order your meal and then you get the soup du jour, that's a little happy before your main. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't. Okay, so here's the other thing is, and it's going to come up. My taste, my the foods that I enjoy, or rather the foods I don't enjoy, often come under fire. So no, generally the restaurant doesn't have the type of soup I'd like, and
Right.
we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Like,
Yes, of course.
But it's funny.
I'm sure one of you will. Yeah.
We mentioned before that our next podcast together wouldn't be a food episode. And here we are doing a food episode.
What was the last 18 one?
I don't.
Oh, that's a good question.
can't
I
remember.
honestly can't remember at this point.
I can't remember.
Was it the
We've done
rake
so much.
episode?
The rake
knows?
episode?
Oh,
Was
that
that our
one
last-
rake. Oh my
Yep,
god,
people
that
definitely
rake.
want to hear this.
For the people at
any
home,
other-
like you're picturing just a regular ass rake in your
nice
mind,
rake.
but like if you see Angus's rake, it's like, God, that's a really good
Honestly,
rake.
guys,
Yeah.
I left it out all winter, and it's fine.
Wow.
Just leaned up
It's
against the house,
made out of adamantium.
Wow.
for
It is.
sure.
It is. So,
More soup ground rules here. What else are we thinking? We
So we're-
mentioned porridge is not a soup.
Porridge is not a soup.
Porridge
So
is
we're really
definitely not a soup.
isn't
Okay.
porridge? No, I'm more of an oatmeal guy. Isn't porridge like oatmeal? It's like thick.
Neither
right?
of those are even remotely close to soup.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
I will say, if you look it up in
Psycho.
Google, people sometimes ask,
What
is
the
porridge
fuck does Google know?
all of our Google searches?
Touche.
Anything else? Okay, so we talked about this. One of the first things Leslie mentioned was, are we talking brands of soup, like canned soup?
I think what we landed on was we're nominating a type of soup, like a flavor, if you will, and then maybe tagging that with I specifically like this kind.
Yes. That's
Does that
what
make sense?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can shout out if there is like a good version of that kind of soup. So for instance, you know, I like blueberry soup or whatever. I'm like, oh, Campbell's makes a good blueberry soup at home. Of course, it's every soup that we're going to mention is better when it's made fresh, obviously.
Yep.
I mean, we're not fucking dumb. Okay. But,
Yep.
but,
Yeah, I think broad strokes.
yeah, you know, if you wanted like a good canned soup and we mentioned one, you know, that is definitely part of my criteria, you know, is it good fresh, but is it also good canned?
I see. Interesting.
Ooh,
Very interesting.
Because I feel like the fresh is always going to win.
Well, yes, but
I don't
like
know.
if you're in the mood for a soup and you're not gonna, you don't have time to make a fresh blueberry soup.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this is also a good canned version.
Stop
you know?
taking my nomination, man.
Well, blueberry soup done.
I keep telling you guys, blueberry soup is just pie filling, and you shouldn't eat that much of it. It's not good for you.
That's why I'm in
It's
the
so good,
baking
Angus.
aisle, not in the
It's
soup
so
aisle.
wholesome. I also say like there's a lot of variations on different types of soup too, but you know, like other people will blueberry soup, for example. Some people might want carrots and whatever thrown in there as well.
Chunky blueberry soup versus a thinner blueberry soup.
Yeah, exactly. So if someone nominates blueberry soup, you can imagine that other people have a different variation to blueberry soup, but that's still a nomination. You don't have to say, oh, but I like blueberry soup with carrots or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
agree.
Okay, let's just get into it. Just like every episode of Ranked, we're going to go around the internet 3 times, making a master list of 12, nominating 3 nominations each and whittling that down to a top 5 list. And I'll go first. My first nomination, I have a lot of...
Is it Captain America?
Captain America soup. Thank you. Then my Chris Evans soup.
It's like Alpha-Getty, but with like Captain America shields.
Leslie, you took my number 1 and 2. My blueberry soup and my Captain America soup. Infinity War, when Captain America walks out of the shadow soup.
The soup elevator.
This is so good.
No, the soup
Tony
where
Stark's dad soup.
soup where he crashes in the ocean is about Tony Stark's dad. In his opinion, the least necessary scene in Endgame.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Agreed.
Okay, that is not the point.
With the rat,
God damn
sorry.
it. We're not talking about this. My first nomination, I actually have my culture, everyone. Vietnamese culture.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
We have a ton of amazing soups, and I could just do a whole list of just Vietnamese soups. But my very first nomination is one that I hold near and dear to me because it is so popular. Everyone loves it. I love it. And I'm talking about, well, Angus might not like it, I guess, but it is.
You, buddy.
Do you like,
I know it's coming, and I do like it.
you like beef broth pho?
Yeah, of course,
I'm
I
going with-
do.
You do.
Fuck, what monster doesn't?
I've heard people not like it before.
I mean, I could go with a little less like mint leaves or cilantro in it.
Right. But
Other
those
than
are
that,
just like toppings. You don't even eat those, right?
concept,
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. I love a good rice noodle and a rare, like a thin beef that's kind of like cooking. I'm taking this from you. I'm sorry. Please describe the soup more.
Oh no, that's fine. Angus, I now that I know that you like this soup, I make a killer pho soup. I really do.
You know what? We should have some. So this might give me a little bit of shit. When I go to and Sarah and I frequently order from a Vietnamese place near us, I don't get the pho, but I do like pho.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to what you order instead of
I
pho.
get like a vermicelli bowl with all the veggies and the meat charred and chopped up on it. I really like it.
I will say pho takes a long time to make. It's
yeah,
like
do you
really
make your
cheap
own
to
broth,
buy.
Tongue? Do you make your own
Yes,
broth?
I make my own
Of course he
broth.
does.
You got to get your
Of
beef
course he
bones
does.
and everything. It takes about 4 to 5 hours to make. It's a lot of work, and you can buy it at a restaurant for $10 for the extra large bowl. So, but the homemade stuff is like you can't beat it. It's so good.
Do you make it spicy? Like hot?
Spicy?
Like hot?
No, I don't make it too hot. No, I do have like sriracha in it,
Yeah, of
but
course,
I don't make it hot. But the way I like to have pho is I like to have obviously the vermicelli noodles. I like beef balls in my pho personally. I like the rare beef. I like to have the bean sprouts, a little bit of mint, and then like hoisin sauce and sriracha.
Hoisin sauce.
Wow, yeah.
In the soup, you squirt it directly into the soup, or you have it on the side.
I used to do it on the side, but I'm too lazy for that. So now I just squirt it all into the soup, and it tastes amazing.
Crazy.
And
I do both.
You do both. Yeah, that's good. If I'm feeling really crazy, I'll have beef tripe, but I don't like it all the time.
What is?
And some beef tripe is like a
Isn't it like intestines or something?
Yeah, it's not for
Really?
everyone for sure. Yeah.
I haven't had that. I'm down to try. That's the thing. Like I don't like a lot of foods. I'm down to try almost anything. But so
That's
I'm
good to
down
know.
to try that shit. Oh fuck yeah! I'll
Good
just
to know, Angus. I'm gonna make you something.
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna make you something,
As long
baby.
as I can make you something. Well, let's come over. Let's cook and let's move in together. Let's get a place together.
Let's
You
move
and
in
me.
together. Let's get married.
Yeah, man.
All right, Angus. All right.
Let's fucking do
Am I
this, man.
invited? Can I come over?
Ooh, I forgot Leslie was still on this
Can I
call.
come over? Is anyone there?
Angus,
We could do
what
like
is
a
your
double.
first?
We could do like
Hello?
a double wedding. You, me, and Leslie.
Already.
Guys,
Okay.
so I'm also going to nominate a soup from my culture. I'm just kidding. That would be appropriation. I'm going to name my favorite. This is probably my favorite kind of soup. The Google definition described it. One of the first words it used was soup. So I think it should stand, but it might have some debate. Ramen.
Will not debate.
Yeah,
Knew that's where you were going.
Yep.
No
Glad you
debate.
did.
That is
No.
definitely a
So specifically, my favorite ramen right now is a restaurant that Leslie told me about in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and it's called Koichi.
Koichi. Shout out to Koichi Paxton.
It's fucking amazing. It's the best. So my girlfriend Sarah and I, we went to Japan with another couple, and we went there for a couple weeks. We were taking in all the food and loving it and stuff like that. Like the food is probably the biggest thing I miss from it. And I came back, and a couple weeks later, we went to this Koichi place, and it was like exactly like it. It was exactly like the stuff we used to have when we were in Japan. So it's like phenomenal. I like the curry broth. But there's a ton of other broths. You know, I like a lot of noodles in that kind of soup. I like the broth's always really good and spicy and really hot. I'm not a huge fan on the egg. I generally don't get the egg in mine, but that's an option that people like. Yeah, I love it. Bean sprouts, corn, chicken. I usually get chicken, but a beef would be good or a pork even. Yeah, I fucking love ramen.
Ramen, there's
Those
just so much variation you can do with ramen. It's I also really like ramen.
Ramen with like a nice, like really just like a good like lighter beer. I don't know why it just pairs so well. So yeah,
yes.
ramen, good noodles, good broth, and a nice beer.
Yeah, ramen is great. Especially my favorite kind is, I think it's called tonkatsu ramen. It's like pork broth and
it's pork belly usually.
And it looks like a bowl of shit. Like essentially, but it's like artful shit. It's like little piles of shit, all kind of.
Yeah, that's not exactly helping my nomination.
No, I think
Angus,
ramen
your
is like the
nomination
most
is-
fun soup to draw. It's always like looks so cute. I'm obviously like thinking more like Studio Ghibli stuff, but like
Oh my God.
whenever you look up soups and like gifs and stuff,
Sam,
it's like ramen's so cute.
It's socially acceptable to kind of slurp on your ramen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to town on
I'm
that.
not a big slurper when it comes to food, but I don't mind when it's ramen. People can do what they want. Actually, Sam, when we were in Japan, we went to the Ghibli Museum, and they had a whole room just showing how they animated food, and it was fascinating.
Yo, they
awesome.
draw food hands down the best out there.
At
and
least
they're
a whole room
inspirational.
dedicated to it. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was amazing.
It's delicious.
Great nomination. Angus, Sam, what do you have?
So, pho and ramen were both on my like top 3 for this
It's
whole
right.
thing.
pho,
So,
actually.
sorry,
I'm just gonna...
so this is like it like
Extra
brings me.
ramen?
So I'm like looking at my
Sorry.
list now. Does anybody else try and get like strategic when they're throwing out their noms? Because like now I'm looking at it and I have one that's my other top 3, but I'm like someone else can say this, so I can go with one of my shitty ones. But not that it's shitty, I still love it, but I can put it on there. But I feel like this has screwed me in the past because I don't want to not say it and then
Well, it's
nobody.
just round
says it.
one.
I've definitely
I
been
know.
cut by that before.
This is how
for
my
sure.
brain works, though. So I feel like I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm a gambler, you know. I'm gonna wait it out.
shit.
I think someone else is gonna say it, and I'm gonna push for it later. So I'm gonna go past it, and I'm gonna go potato leek.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
I know.
Potato leek.
I am shocked. My mouth.
So I've never
Gate.
had potato leek soup.
So I've only really started cooking this in the past year because I get a bunch of veggies from the farm every week, or I was anyways. So we just kind of worked with what we had. And we kept getting, at first I thought these leeks were giant green onions. I didn't even fucking know what a leek was. And I was like, oh, these are leeks. So my friend gave me a recipe for her potato bacon leek soup. I omitted the bacon in the title because I just feel like potato leek soup is more of a thing. But anyways, I cooked it and it's super simple. We used like chicken broth, this and that, whatever. And it is so fucking good. Like it's basic and it's like mother country. It's like potatoes and leeks. It's like cheap and easy, but it is so comforting. It like heats up well, like for leftovers. It's like creamy and warm, kind of stew-like for you stew lovers because it's got chunks of potato in it and stuff. And then obviously the bacon just makes it amazing in a potato bacon leek soup.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
it's like, it's very basic. It's very easy. It's very cheap and it's so fucking good. So I have a recipe for anyone who wants it, but
Are there
I would
chunks
love
in it, or is it a smooth soup? Because I'm picturing like
it's
a
not smooth.
No, okay.
No.
Like a puree.
You boil up the potatoes cut in chunks, and then you like kind of cut up the leeks in chunks, and you throw it all together.
Are they like cubes? Like small, like potato cubes?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. That's why I said it's more stew. Like there's like
skin
bites
off.
of potato. I skin them for that soup.
That's fine. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
too for that.
Yeah,
So-
for a soup, I would skin it.
I'm gonna rip this Band-Aid off really quick.
Okay.
I don't really like creamy soups.
Okay.
Which is a lot of them. They're all like cheese based or cream based. Is this a cheesy soup? Is this soup you put cheese in?
So it's
I'm looking at
no, there's
pictures
no
of it.
cheese. There's no cheese in this soup. I would say it maybe is a creamier consistency. I feel like usually there's a cream in it. It's usually like a
Still
chicken
wanna
broth,
try
a
it.
cream.
Oh,
But
okay,
it's
chicken
not.
broth. Okay.
Yeah, it is still brothy. I think you do add cream for a bit of thickness,
Mhm.
but overall, it is not like a cream of blank soup.
Yeah.
Like it's not a creamy soup. Which,
So
to
I'm-
be fair, I usually like the creamy soups. So this, I was like hesitant to try, and I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
So I'm looking at pictures of it online right now. It looks kind of good, but it is also like it's a very like whitish soup, which I generally steer clear of.
yeah.
Mm.
I think you could
Down to
omit,
make some.
I think you could omit putting cream in it and just use the broth and like whatever else you want, and it would probably still turn out pretty good,
Oh,
especially
man.
if you're still putting bacon in it. Like, how could it turn out wrong, right?
I'm
You
looking
can't
at
really
one
put
and-
the soup.
Do you
I'm
make it
looking at
with
one and
chicken
someone-
stock?
Yeah.
Do you make it with chicken stock? Like, is that like the main flavor?
Yeah, usually it's chicken broth for
Gotcha.
it.
Gotcha.
I
That
love
sounds
that.
good. That sounds
That
good.
sounds
Sounds good.
delicious, Sam.
Yeah.
Can't wait for you to make. We should just have a soup day when we all get to be back together again.
I'll make you guys this soup.
When we all move in together in one big house.
Right. Only Angus and I get married.
I'm making stew, motherfucker. I'm making stew.
Let's say you can get married to us too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam. 3's the limit.
All right, I see what kind of Tiger King shit's going on.
Leslie, the Wolf King. What do you got?
Yeah.
Well, Angus is the Wolf King. I'm not the Wolf King.
I'm sorry.
What is this? You don't fucking
I'm
give
sorry.
him
I'm sorry. The Cuphead King.
Mm.
The Mugman King. What do you
He's
got?
the fucking song. He's the theme song king.
You fucked up
He's
again.
the stew king.
You guys fucked up because I'm about to nominate a soup, and it's a good one. It's a banger. This is one of the few on my list that I don't feel translates to canned as well. Got to have it fresh, and that of course is a nice, hot, cheesy French onion soup, baby.
That's the one I held off on. Boom! All my top
Oh,
three are
you knew
gone.
it.
Fuck
Wow.
yeah!
Beef
French onion.
Broth and a shitload of onions. That's all you need. You get a little piece of bread and some cheese. You put it in one of those ramekin sort of dealies, and then you just blast the shit out of it in the oven, and you got yourself a mighty fine French onion soup.
So, would you say the cheese is integral to it? Could I make it without cheese?
No, the cheese,
Yeah,
cheese is
no,
definitely integral to
honest.
the experience.
That's for me.
That's
It's a
fair.
hard-
That's fair. You know, I expected this as soon as I chose it with its cheesy top. But yeah,
It's a
man,
very cheesy
nothing
top.
better than a fucking French onion soup. Like,
Except the 3 previous soups that were named. Just
Oh,
kidding. Tell me more about it.
Angus is going for the jugular, man.
what do people think about the
just
French
like
onion
wood.
soup?
Leslie, I
Love
love
it.
French onion
Love
soup.
it.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
That's all I have to say.
I've yet to
Thank
try
you.
making it at home, but I want to. But Big Rig in Ottawa has a fucking really good.
Oh, is that
decently
true?
priced French onion soup. Yeah, I went there and it was so fucking good. I was dying the whole time.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
it took me
Should
a
we be
bit of
concerned?
time to recover, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Wow.
Oof. So good.
Well, great nomination, Les. We're going to round 2, baby. Round 2.
Oh, we never did our A-team gauntlet.
Oh, right.
Oh,
we
man.
didn't do it. We
Well,
don't have
maybe
a
we can
piece of
figure
paper
that-
that we can just reveal.
Yeah.
And it's like too late now because we've nommed such.
Yeah,
we voiced
it's true.
opinions,
Oh, that's
you know?
so crappy.
Should we start the cast over
Yeah,
again?
let's start it over.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Ranked. Leslie's intro plays, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We're going to round 2, everyone. I'm going to nominate, you know what? I might just go Vietnamese up in you bitches all night.
Whoa.
All night.
Whoa.
All night
Jesus.
long. That's right. Here, I'm gonna send you guys a soup right now because it's gonna be hard to describe it. But this is the best picture I can find in my
What about
2-second
the
search. The listeners will just have to fuck themselves.
Wow.
Just kidding. That is
wow.
bun gun is what it's called. BANHCANH. And what it is, it's a thick Vietnamese soup, and the noodles are made out of tapioca starch and rice flour. The tapioca and rice flour combination, you might be familiar with bao, like that type. Like bao uses tapioca
Like the
and rice
Pixar
flour.
short?
I'm sorry, say again.
Like the Pixar short, Bow.
Bao, yeah, exactly. But it has a slightly different texture than that when you cook it
Mm-hmm.
in this soup. But it's made by like those same ingredients to make the noodles.
Okay.
And so it's a thick Vietnamese soup. It's not, I wouldn't say creamy, Angus. So it's not like milky or anything like that. It's just a thicker soup that you would.
Yeah, it looks
It's almost
good.
like a stew, Tom.
it seems like-
Sounds curiously like a stew.
It's
Yeah,
not a stew.
Like, how thick would you say it is? Interesting.
Okay.
It's as thick as you want it to be. So like when I made it for the first time, like
Okay.
a couple weeks ago, and I made like this huge pot of it, and I just try to make it a little bit thicker every time. But by the time I finished making it, it was more liquidy than thick. So I could have kept going on it, but I just didn't. I was lazy.
Interesting.
But it can be as thick as you want it, and I like
Well,
it.
I'm seeing shrimp in it. Can I do it with like chicken or something?
Yep, you can do whatever you want. Like technically, like the way it's usually made is like shrimp, pork. You know, whenever I made, you guys had my dumplings before. I'm pretty sure.
I have
my
not.
pork. You've never had it like a pork and shrimp
man.
dumpling before?
Don't
Not
think so. No,
yours.
I don't eat seafood generally, so no, probably not.
Okay, so the pork and shrimp. Leslie's definitely had this before.
Oh
Then,
yeah.
yeah. So that same filling that you would make the dumpling, you can just use that as the meat inside the soup. You can put some onion in there. It's made from chicken stock as well.
It sounds very delicious.
I put fish balls in there and shrimp balls, but those are all optional. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
But if you don't like seafood, Angus, like I'm not sure how you feel about fish sauce, because I like fish sauce in my bun gun personally, a little bit.
Not really a big fan of it now.
Okay. Well, I really like this soup because its thickness and as well the noodles taste very, very good when you bite into it. It has a nice bite to it.
They look good.
And you can make the noodles as thick or thin as you want, but for this soup, I like them pretty thick as well.
Can we do quick noodle talk?
And this is an episode of Noodle Talk.
Noodle Talk with Angus MacDonald?
Hey guys, what's up? What's noodling? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that noodle button. I like a thick noodle. How do you guys like your noodles? Like I like a good udon or
I like thick noodles.
Oh, Angus, if you like udon noodles, then you'd like the at least the noodles in the soup for sure.
Now I'm realizing, is udon a soup? Should I?
I think it's just a
I
noodle.
think it's just a noodle.
I think
Yeah.
it's a noodle.
Okay.
It's just a noodle.
Wait, this is your noodle show. You should know this.
I genuinely,
udon is a noodle.
or I generally like thinner noodles. I would say, but I like a thick noodle every now and then. THICC.
Okay, well,
Yeah, dummy.
Leslie, you would love bun gun. Let me tell you.
Hey, Tuong, I had a question, and this is where I'm a little bit ignorant. So, like, when I go to a pho restaurant and I order, like, my order there is always, like, the seafood with the chicken broth. Is that still considered pho? But still with, like, rice noodles and the mint and the sprouts and stuff like that. Is that still pho? Or is that
You might be
different
having something that's slightly different.
Okay,
than
and it's just coming from a
traditional
pho restaurant, but I've been, like,
Yeah,
doing it
you
under this
have-
umbrella of pho.
I could talk about it afterwards. There's a different version of it that looks very similar to pho, but it's not pho. And I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
guys,
that's what
this is
you're
neither
ordering.
the time nor the place to talk soups.
I might nominate it. I might nominate it.
Okay, I just needed clarification on that.
Fair enough. That's my nomination, everyone. What do you got, Angus?
How do you spell that, Tuong?
BANH and then CANH. Bun gun. Angus?
Okay. This one is one that I don't expect to get that big a response, but I had to nominate it because it's like one of my favorite soups to make. And it's pretty simple, but it's just like a straightforward turkey soup. And what I do is I generally, like, you guys like the holidays, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I love making a big turkey in the oven. I love all that stuff. Then what I do is if I will take the bones and I'll boil those in a pot to get the rest of the meat off them, but also like make a broth with them and make like
God,
yes. Oh, it's so fucking good. And it's like basically you're reaping even more benefits from all the work you put into that first turkey, that initial turkey dinner. And you can like throw some extra stuff in there. You can like thicken. We won't thicken it up because that loses soup territory. But you could do broccoli and cauliflower in it. You could do peas and carrots or corn in it. You could do all sorts of vegetables. Obviously some potatoes in there.
Obviously,
I would even throw some barley in there instead of potatoes. Maybe.
So my grandparents, my grandma is Latvian, and we often after a turkey dinner do a similar thing, and it's so good. And like her variation, they don't really care for greens and veggies. It's mother country shit, right? So it's like not even potatoes in this stuff. She makes her turkey broth, which is like salty as fuck and delicious, and then makes dumplings in it. So she'll like do the like dough, just like dumplings in it, like straight.
That sounds awesome.
Like gnocchi or whatever, like comparably or whatever. So it's just like dough dumplings in this turkey broth. And like Jesus I always missed it now because I always have to go home after the long weekend. So I never reap the benefits of these leftovers anymore. And they're so fucking good.
God, that sounds really good.
That sounds delicious. I love it. What do you got, Sam?
Okay. Well, wow. We're really going down my list here. So it's getting harder. I'm going to go with this is an autumn favorite. Really good in the fall. It is a butternut squash soup.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can go so many different ways with this. Again, just kind of broad strokes here. You could make it creamier. I would never say it's a brothy soup because it's really not broth based. You generally are like cooking a lot of butternut squash and like mashing it so that it's like, but it's not cream as in like cream dairy or cheese or whatever, right? It's creamy as in it's like a thicker soup in texture, right?
It's not a stew.
Yeah, so it's not a stew. You're blending it, right?
Yeah.
But I've just made so many butternut squash soups that are so good. It's kind of labor intensive because I find squashes in general are a little annoying, but it's so worth it. It's great with like a dollop of sour cream or Greek yogurt on with it. I love me a creamy like veggie based soup with like a dollop of something there. And butternut squash is just so fucking good.
Okay,
so,
I have a question about how you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put? I'm looking at pictures of it online again. I'm seeing a lot of them with like actual like nuts in it. Do you put any kind of like nut in yours?
I don't put it like in the soup. You could use it as a garnish and like sprinkle it on top for an extra crunch. Because it's a creamy soup, it's always nice to add like other textures. So yeah, I have never tried it with a nut, but that sounds really good. Actually, I feel like walnut butternut squash could be like good.
Walnuts, I'm seeing pecans.
Yeah, I think there's some sage in there. Sage is really good with butternut squash. It's
yeah. These pictures look delicious.
Right?
But you're right. It's definitely a fall soup.
It's a fall soup. I mean, it's seasonal.
I mean, you can have it anything, but yes, fall, definitely fall.
Fun story. The first time I made a butternut squash soup, it was like early in Brad and I's courting days, and we decided to make a soup as a cute date night. But he didn't have.
You arrived via horse and buggy.
I did. He was like, "Let us make a soup," and I was like, "That sounds lovely." It took us like fucking 5 or 6 hours because he didn't have like. Obviously like a food processor or a proper blender thing. So he had this little tiny smoothie blender and we cut up all this squash and we had to cook it. And then we had to like keep blending it in little batches to make it fit in this blender, and we were burning ourselves, and it literally took 6 hours of splashing and burning like butternut squash everywhere. And don't recommend doing it with a tiny blender.
my God.
Get yourself a nice hand processor one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, Sam, the two soups that you mentioned and the French onion soup, I have to say, we haven't mentioned this yet, but those three soups, the French onion, butternut squash, potato leek, are nice for like a baguette or something to like dip stuff
yes,
in.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the recipe I have for the butternut squash has as part of it like these homemade crouton, like cheesy crispy crouton things to like throw in it, and they're so good.
I love a soup where I can just dip like bread in and just like let it soak and eat that bread. Yummy. Leslie, what do you have?
Well, I'm gonna go with my heart on this one, and this is a soup that's cause for celebration, cause for a celebration of love. One might say, a celebration of love that maybe a Mario or a Luigi might be at, because everyone, I'm choosing the Italian wedding soup, and I'm going to send along a little picture to you guys in the chat.
Send a picture. Italian wedding soup?
So I'm going to just send along that picture there. Now, Italian wedding soup. Italian wedding soup is it's like a nice chickeny broth. It's got some pasta in it.
No, hang on a second.
Angus, can you describe the picture that Leslie sent?
For the
Spinach,
listeners, Leslie sends us a picture of a middle finger. Just kind of flipping us off. I just say, fuck you. Look up your own soup.
It's different on my screen, guys. It's different on my screen. I sent you a nice pipe and bowl of Italian wedding soup. I don't know what you're seeing. Maybe the wires got crossed somewhere, but Italian wedding soup. It's like a nice chickeny broth. It's got some, I think, like spinach or green vegetables in it, and these like tiny pasta. Like little balls of pasta that are like.
Is it barley?
It might be barley. It's barley-ish.
Okay.
I think it's pasta usually, but it's barley in size.
Ooh, this does look good though.
And it's got these.
Good.
And the main event is these like little meatballs in there.
Oh, I love this.
Oh man, they're so good.
Okay,
and
it looks really good.
This is one that is great canned. If you can find a canned Italian wedding soup, Campbell's makes a really good one. President's Choice makes a really good one too. And it has like, I lived off of Italian wedding soup for so long. And the best is when and Angus, take off your headphones. Oh wait, you're not wearing headphones. Angus,
yep.
Go fuck yourself. The best is when you grate a little fresh Parmesan on the top, and it's just so good. Italian wedding soup. If you haven't had it, try it.
All
Good tagline. Good tagline.
I'm back. What did I miss?
You're back from fucking yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real quick.
Well, I know. I don't know what I'm about.
Oh my god. Let's go to round 3 before Angus fucks himself again. Too late. He just did it again. Round 3, everyone. This is interesting. I was gonna go full on just Vietnamese everything, but you know what? I'm gonna pivot, and the reason why I'm pivoting is because most of you have not, or all of you probably haven't tried the other stuff. So describing it and getting it on the list is gonna be tough. So I'm gonna go with a soup that I had all the time growing up. It was my go-to soup. I only really had it as in Campbell's form for the longest time until I had like a homemade version of it. And I generally hate mushrooms. I don't really like mushrooms very much, but for some reason, I started to get a better taste for mushrooms as I grew older.
This is another one Mario would like.
I'm gonna go with cream of mushroom soup.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. And it's just, I'm a sucker. I don't know why. It speaks to me a lot because, like, again, I didn't really like mushrooms growing up, but out of all the soups I could have, I was like, get me cream of mushroom soup. I just love it for some reason. And it's just a tasty soup, and it complements a lot of things. And I find, if you ever made a cream of mushroom soup chicken breast before, where you just have chicken breasts, you cover it with cream of mushroom and you throw that in the oven. I know that's the nomination. It is so tasty.
So it's a versatile.
So you actually eat that soup on its own, though?
Oh yes, 100%. That's how
As
I
a
used.
doctor, I think what you like is the salt.
Oh yes, maybe that's it. But I've had homemade cream of mushroom soup before, and
Oh, really?
it's fantastic. Yes, but you're right. Growing up, I probably really like the salt.
Well, it's interesting you brought up like throwing it on chicken because like for me, that can of soup is like an ingredient, not something I would eat on its own.
Interesting.
Like I've thrown it on chicken and it is so good. I've used it in like the slow cooker with chicken and rice and it's so fucking good. But like I've never just had a bowl of it.
Never just had a. It's good. I mean, like of course it tastes really good as an ingredient to other things. You're right, 100%. That's how I usually have it these days.
Mm-hmm.
But I really still enjoy it. And if you get like the Campbell's or the chunky version of it, it's still very tasty.
It's more of like a gravy in my mind. It's more of like
I agree. I'm like, oh, it's like eating mayonnaise as a soup.
You don't eat mayonnaise or drink gravy. And that's my nomination: cream of mushroom soup. What do you got, Angus?
Okay, so I've got two left. One of them I'm surprised hasn't been nominated, but I guess I should just go ahead and do it.
And just to be clear, we are all in the same room. We're recording through the internet, but we're all in the same room right now, right?
100%.
And I'm looking at Angus, and Angus has his famous toque on, and he's about to give us a good old Angus nomination.
Thank you, Tuong. Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie sounds completely normal right now.
And that addition was both necessary and not out of the blue.
I just want everyone to know that we are all in the same room, recording on the internet.
Despite what we said at the beginning of the episode, we lied to you at the beginning of the episode. We are actually together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Okay, guys.
We are breaking the COVID-19 rules, and we are actually spending time with each other.
All right, so picture this. You're sick. You got a cold. It's not the COVID.
Why would you?
Too real.
You don't have
too
COVID.
real.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I realized I've gone down this path.
Yikes.
You're sick. You're sick. You're coughing. You have a fever.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
What's the best thing to make you feel better, guys?
Oh man, I can't believe this hasn't been brought up.
Vaccine.
Washing your hands.
A vaccine, my favorite soup. No, guys, I'm talking about chicken noodle
Dude,
soup.
You're right. I can't believe that hasn't been said either.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Andrew.
that's
I
crazy.
think it's like it's good, but it's the basic bitches of soups.
So here's the thing with chicken noodle soup is that it's the most plentiful of all the soups. So I think there's a lot of margin for error when it comes to like all the best chicken noodle soup is really good, but there's a shitload of chicken noodle soup that probably isn't great. Like I'm not a big fan of the old like red and white Campbell's chicken soup,
Right.
but I like their
Chicken noodle does not translate to canned as well.
I think the chunky chicken noodle is pretty good.
I also agree. The chunky chicken noodle soup is pretty
decent.
good.
I think it's decent. I think that's really good.
You got to try the Italian wedding. Once you have the Italian wedding canned soup, you'll never go back to chicken noodle, my friends. Anyway,
wow, okay.
Continue.
Chicken noodle. Then there's also that like Lipton with like those little tiny noodles.
That one's good.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is truly what I do when I'm sick and I I've had to work sometimes while I'm sick. I will bring packets of that with me to work, and I will just put it in a mug, boil a kettle, and I'll just like drink it like a cup of coffee,
Nice.
and it will make me feel better. Like I don't know what
It's
it is
wholesome.
about chicken. I don't know what it is about chicken noodle soup. If I'm like stuffed up, congested, I've got like a cold. If I drink it, I'll feel good for about
Angus, I'm
30,
always
40
packing
minutes.
the chunky chicken noodle soup in my cupboards. It's one of my
man.
staples. It's
Yo,
just
that
like a nice
Lipton
soup.
one is like a classic for being sick. Also very
good.
salty, as Dr. Sam.
I actually get the
lots of
I get the
salt.
reduced sodium one.
That's probably a good call.
Yeah, I gotta be careful.
I
with
think
salt.
it's too controversial. I think the Lipton noodle soup is still good, but the thinness of the noodle turns me off.
Oh, I like
it's too
those
thin.
nudes.
So what? You want me to send nudes?
Them nudes.
Damn.
Okay, so
We're sitting across from each other right now. We don't have to do that.
yeah, so I just figured I'd get that in there. Chicken noodle soup. Do with that what you will, A-team.
So
great.
I gotta say, like chunky chicken in canned soups weirds me out. It's really gross. I don't.
Can you guys make out what Sam is saying?
Can you not?
Yeah, I
can.
can.
I'll spell it out for you. canned chicken is fucking gross. Like, it weirds me out. It's like rubber. I'm like, what am I eating? I like pick around it and I agree, there's some really good canned chicken noodle soups and it's like really like warming and makes you feel good, but I pick around the chicken because I think it's fucking just trash.
Wow.
Strong disagreement on that.
So how come this didn't come up during any of the other numerous soups we've mentioned that have chicken in them?
Well, because they weren't talking about canned ones specifically.
I suppose.
Any canned soup that has meat in it weirds me out, to be honest. Same with the Italian wedding. I agree it lends itself better to a canned soup, but just canned soup meats gross me out.
I'm going to take a firm stance. I want my soup to have meat in it. That's not just really a can thing, but like if I'm having a soup, but I also look at soup as a meal rather than like a side.
Oh, that's fair. If it's homemade, I don't have any qualms.
Okay,
and the turkey soup, like I said, controversial. Great, but in a can.
I thought your controversial statement would be like, guys, the only way I like my meat is in a can.
I only eat canned meat.
Well, it's just like so packed of preservatives and it can last that long. It just like grosses me out, and then I eat it and it tastes like rubber. It's like
I like it anyway. Who cares?
I can't believe I haven't
tried Italian wedding. You haven't tried Italian wedding yet.
Oh man.
Who's next? Sam, what are you nominating, Sam?
Not anything with canned meat. So my nomination.
So.
I have a few here left. One, I'm really.
You gonna take another gamble?
This is it, Sam. This is it.
You know what? I'm gonna speak with my heart as opposed to what would probably be easier to fight.
Bagel bell soup.
Yeah. Well, no. Maybe. I'm gonna go with a good cauliflower soup.
What?
Very unbrand to my nominations here. Cauliflower soup. Again, very versatile, and when cauliflower is in season, very cheap.
I love cauliflower.
There's so many good ways you can make it. I've made so many good ones, and it's funny. This past winter, so Brad and I made a lot of cauliflower soup because we kept getting cauliflowers. And then my girlfriend also was making a bunch of cauliflower soup. And then one day she just gifted me like a jar of soup. She's like, hey, I got extras, so I made you cauliflower soup. And I was like, oh, great. And it was like the exact same recipe that we've been making cauliflower soup. So I had like all this soup from different people that was the same recipe. Fun fact, and it was still delicious, but with like a little turmeric in there, and just like, again, it's kind of creamier but not cream.
I gotta say, it looks exactly like potato leek soup and butternut squash soup.
Yeah, but the flavors are all very different, I assure you. Oh, I had another good one I could have went with.
Wait, is it also a beige paste?
Yeah, well, a lot of the soups rude. A lot of the soups I have written down here are some kind of veggie based into a soup. So yes, I'll get there in my Auntie bench. But
given that you don't like canned meat, most of your soup will probably end up.
It makes sense. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could throw meat in these if you wanted to, but cauliflower soup's delicious and it's cheap and it's good.
Cauliflower soup with bacon on one of these. So
I guess you could throw. I mean, you're right. All of my noms are kind of in a similar vein right now. Maybe I should have went with something a little crazier, but it is what it is, man. A good cauliflower soup is a good cauliflower soup. It's a good side. Again,
I'm seeing nuts on this one too. It looks good.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's smooth. It's a smooth soup. It's a blended soup.
It's actually a lot smoother, I find, than the butternut squash. Well, I mean, in the sense that you're like blending up a cauliflower, it's creamy.
Yeah. It's not. There's no cream added to it. It's just the creaminess coming from the body of the.
It looks kind of creamy,
but the butternut squash soup is thicker than the cauliflower soup.
Honestly, I would probably enjoy the hell out of a cauliflower soup.
Oh,
but I feel like if I'm eating soup, it is for a meal, and it wouldn't sustain me.
It might not. This might be more of a side soup for you. I think my potato leek would definitely sustain you, but the other ones, you might want a side. You might want the croutons in it. You might want this or that. I agree. The cauliflower soup is not a sustainable full meal. You're going to be full soup, but you're going to be satisfied because it's going to be delicious.
It's an appetizer soup.
It's a good appetizer soup. You know, we've had some. We went to where is it? There's this really fancy Ottawa restaurant that does like 12-course meal or whatever, and they served us in like a clamshell or something weirdly fancy, like a few spoonfuls. And their soup that they gave us was a cauliflower soup because you can make it just so good and versatile, man. Versatility.
Interesting.
Versatility, it's the spice of life.
Bring us home, Leslie.
Okay. All right. We're here. Last pick. How are you doing at home, Rank Nation? I hope everyone is safe out there. I hope you're all...
It's like fucking Shaq at a free throw line. He's about to flutter.
I hope you're all... I just hope you're all happy. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're washing your hands and et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to go with...
no follow-up.
It's not a soup.
I'm going to go with a soup that is also not soup as a meal. This is definitely a side soup.
Chewbacca.
This is a Stewbacca.
Stewbacca. Can we open that restaurant, you and me?
Stewbacca? Oh, man.
Stewbacca?
Star Wars-based stews.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that would sell. That would sell.
Dude, the Darth Vader, it's made with some sort of squid ink thing. Black broth. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope you're doing well at home.
What's your nomination list?
All right. Well, if you guys didn't, interrupt me all the time. All right, here we go.
Sorry.
You guys want to actually know what my nom is? You guys want to actually know?
Yes.
Okay.
1 second. Boba fettuccine alfredo. All right.
Okay.
The audio cut out there for a second. Did anyone hear that?
God damn you. All right.
No? Just me? Okay, moving on. I'm going to get to my nom. All right, here's my nom. This is a very simple soup. This soup is it's humble in its approach, but I think it's one of the most flavorful soups, and I will always order it when I am at this certain kind of restaurant, and that is the humble miso soup. Boom.
Miso soup? Is that what you said?
Miso soup, baby.
Ooh.
I love miso soup. I know everyone else here probably doesn't. I know.
No, I like miso soup. I will always have it with when I go to get sushi.
I always have to have it. I always have to, even if it costs me $5 for a tiny little bowl.
It's a ritual that I have. It's like, drink the miso soup, eat the sushi.
That's what I like about it. It's the primer to the main event. It's always flavorful. It's got those little bits of tofu in it and the little bits of seaweed. Oh my gosh, it's so salty. I love salt. I'm a fucking salt freak, Rank Nation. I'm a salt freak. And miso soup is very, very salty. So yeah, miso soup.
I'm into it. I'm hearing a lot of nothing from Sam and Angus, and
I'm not a fan, to be honest.
Not a fan. Sorry.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
If I'm being honest, I'm also trying to think up more Star Wars.
Miso 3PO.
Ooh, that's not bad.
That's all I got. Anyways,
BB-8, beef and barley 8.
Yeah, why couldn't you have nominated something like that?
Because miso soup is dope, and I know it's not going to get on the list. I know it, but we got to go with our heart picks here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm totally about the miso soup, like the primer soup. I definitely hear that.
It's a special soup.
I never have miso soup after the sushi. It's always before. Before the meat.
Honestly, if I'm going to an all-you-can-eat place, I'm ordering multiple bowls of miso soup.
Wow.
Can we go to an all-you-can-eat place sometimes? Just the four of us.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great? Can we
go to an all-you-can-eat?
Well, I mean, we all are in the same room.
That's true. We could just do that.
Yeah, let's do that after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, there must be someplace open, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, let's take a break and get our thoughts together. Go get a beer. Go hang out in the same room a little bit. And when we're back, we're gonna rank some soups. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Leslie, my son, what's happening?
I stubbed my toe.
Oh my god, dear, get over here. Dear, get over here.
Yes.
Our poor little Leslie, he stubbed his toe.
Oh, not his toe.
Yes.
Stub my toe.
Oh no, this is awful. I don't know what to do.
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. If you go to the Pod Cavern site and click on the Amazon affiliate link, and you use that anytime you go to Amazon.
Why are you laughing? Our son is hurt.
It's just he makes such funny faces. He can't communicate his feelings very well. If you use the Amazon affiliate link at the Pod Cavern website, anytime you go to Amazon, when you make a purchase, it won't change any of your prices at all, and it'll kick a little bit of the money back to us. And so you and I can afford to put Leslie in some kind of school where we don't have to look after him and his feet that are always getting stubbed.
This sounds great. Oh my god, the Amazon person's coming right now. That was so quick.
Yep, here she is to take away our son.
Here she is. Any moment.
Oh, hi. Let's go, Stubby Toe McGee here.
Thank you,
All right,
Amazon lady.
see you later.
Bye. I don't think that was the
Shut
Amazon
up and get in the
person.
chair.
I don't think that person worked at Amazon at all.
No, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We can order a new son off Amazon.
And use the Pod Cavern affiliate link.
And
This
use
is
the Pod
amazing.
Cavern affiliate link.
And I'll take him too.
Hello, I'm your new son.
Top five.
Okie dokie. Hey everyone, we are back. We are back on the internet. We're back on the interwebs. We have Leslie, we have Sam, we have Angus, which is what we established. We established that's how you say his name. We didn't know for these last couple of years, but he actually likes to be called Angus.
And just to keep the listener up to date, we had some technical troubles in the room, and we've been trying to figure them out. We still could have just recorded as normal, but no, we had to figure out these technical issues through the internet because that's how everyone's recording these days.
Yeah, even though we're in the same room, we want to use the internet. We want to rely on the internet.
That's right.
We pay for it, so you might as well use it.
I can pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so our list is we're going to rank some soups. Are you guys ready for this? We have pho, we have ramen, we have potato leek soup, French onion, bun gun, turkey soup, butternut squash, Italian wedding soup, cream of mushroom, chicken noodles, chicken noo-noos. That's how I like to call noodles. Cauliflower soup, and miso soup. That's what we got. That's a true story. Laura and I always called chicken noodles chicken noo-noos. It's just always a thing. I don't know.
I feel like that's very popular.
I like calling them chicken nudes now. Yeah, chicken nudes.
Yeah,
sound way
nudes is
better.
really where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, can you pick me up some nudes at the store, kind of thing? I'm going to Tim's. Do you want anything? Chicken nudes.
Gets a couple chicken nudes, some miso nudes. French nudes?
I don't think miso comes with noodles.
Oh, you're right. That's true. No nudes.
Wait. Miso. So if miso doesn't have nudes, what is it in it? They're like tofu or like what? What is tofu? Okay.
There's a little bit of green onion in a miso as well.
Green onion and some seaweed.
Right.
Yeah.
I do like tofu.
A little bit. Tofu's good. Tofu's dope. But hey, tofu's great.
No.
But we have a responsibility, people. We have a responsibility. It's not top 5 tofu.
No.
It's top 5 soups. So we are either going to star while Sam's doing something crazy that's never been done before, and she's circling the nominations.
I've quit that station. I've quit it already.
I'm underlining them.
Wow, what is happening? And the A team has changed so much.
I've started starring things again.
Oh, good.
I revisited it. I starred a few things.
Some normalcy.
You made me feel
like
conscious
things,
about
right?
the circle.
Why do I like starring things?
Captain America.
Oh my god. Fuck tongue.
I just love that movie so much.
Again with the Captain America.
He's so good. He's so good looking.
Okay.
What?
That's why I like Captain America, not because of his moral values, just because of how good looking he
You loved
is.
Knives Out because Chris Evans?
And his wool sweater.
Oh, of course. This is a good
Yeah,
starter.
the wool sweater.
It's good. Okay. All
right.
Chris Evans, send me your chicken nudes. Okay, so we're gonna
Wow.
We're going to star some nominations here. Angus, what do you want to star?
Oh, wait, I gotta go.
Just star one.
I gotta say, this one, I actually think I'm gonna check it out. Italian wedding soup.
Yeah.
I wrote it down as Mario wedding, but it looks cool. The pictures it looks cool. The pictures
I had an Italian wedding a few weeks ago, actually. The cafeteria in our building. It rotates through soup. And I went for the You know what? Rude, Angus.
Rude. You said you had an Italian wedding.
I did. You didn't have to make me feel bad about it. It was delicious.
But you liked it.
It was so good.
Do you
Now you
have
said-
the soup there?
Yeah, well, they switch up the soup every day, like a soup du jour type thing. And one day was Italian wedding, and I was like, fuck it, why not?
Oh, I see. I
It was
see.
so
I see.
good.
I thought you had an actual Italian wedding. At
Oh,
work.
that's what
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what I thought you
getting.
said, yeah.
I was like,
That's
wait,
why I
they
said
switch it up every day?
congratulations.
It's a multi-day
Oh.
wedding?
Oh, no.
But you had the Italian wedding and it was amazing, right?
It was amazing. I do like Italian wedding. It's good. Yeah.
It's amazing
Now-
because it is like so many, it's like a conglomeration of all these amazing soups. You got the chicken broth from the chicken noodle. You've got the little pasta from the
Yeah.
chicken noodle. Basically, it's chicken noodle, but with meatballs.
Sounds like
Sam, since you had the Italian, can you speak for Mario and Luigi that they would also have the soup?
Oh, yeah. They would like definitely have it while fucking.
What about
Ooh.
Luigi?
Wow.
Would Luigi have the soup?
Luigi, I feel like if he drank a soup, it would kind of become part of his body, and it would be really weird because like the meatballs and shit would all just be floating around in of
Oh, yeah.
himself.
Into it.
So
In his
Luigi
goo.
probably wouldn't have this soup.
In his gooey.
Interesting.
All right, Italian
Um,
wedding. Like it.
Italian wedding. Leslie, star a nomination, please.
Oh,
All right.
okay. If I'm going to star a nomination from this list, oh man, there's so many good soups on this list, man. I would have to go pho.
Excellent. Sam, star one, please.
Hold on. So I'm just starring them here and coloring my stars yellow here. So I would go.
Seems unnecessary.
I'm making the stars glimmer now.
What
I'm
You know what?
putting
Whatever.
a little face on the
I-
stars.
I would like to star the ramen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yes,
what
I
I
would-
was going for, too.
That was the battle I was having.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely star ramen.
Raymond.
I'm
Raymond.
gonna
Everyone
go
loves
ahead and-
Raymond.
I'm gonna
everyone loves Raymond.
I'm gonna start because we have to have the conversation about it. It's chicken noodle soup.
I
We got 5 right there. Why don't we just go with those 5? No, we got 4.
Angus wants to go. Angus has had enough of our
that's not true.
company.
wait, Tongue, did you star something first?
No.
No, I did
misread.
not.
Okay.
No.
I thought
Okay,
Sam
okay.
started something. I thought we had 4 and then missed.
No.
Unlike the nomination round, I'm very generous with letting you guys, the guests, star first.
Unlike every other time.
Sam, what do you want to start?
I already did. I
Oh, you
started
started the
ramen.
ramen. Yeah, so we do have 4. Okay.
No,
Yes,
we have
let's-
3.
No, we
No,
have
we have
4.
Pho, ramen, chicken noodle, and Italian wedding.
Oh,
That's what we.
Tongue is starring chicken noodle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
want to have that
Oh,
conversation.
okay. I thought you were like, maybe we'll star it, and I thought maybe we would shut it down. But
Oh.
okay, all right.
What else do people think belong? At least for more discussion, more
All
consideration.
right.
Honestly,
French onion.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hard pass on. Excuse me, French onion.
Is it because is it because of the cheese factor?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have
makes
a
sense.
set of those little bowls that you make it in, the little ramekins. We have. Some
I'll take them off your hands.
I will also take them off your
I
hands.
say they're mine, but they're Sarah's.
Well, we'll have
And
to
I
take
kind
it
of
off
want to
our
make
hands.
little bowls of stew in them now. Oh, I could make little shepherd's pie in them.
Ooh. You could make creme brulee.
Oh, guys, different. That's different food
All right,
groups.
sorry.
This is soup food group.
I'm hungry right now.
No, let's star French onion soup. I just
All right.
I've got
What
my
else?
feelings.
Have you had the actual soup part? Have you ever tasted the actual soup part, Angus?
The broth without
The broth?
cheese.
I have not.
Just the onions?
I have
It's
not.
really
I think
good
I really like
without
it. Do you like
cheese.
beef soup?
But I wish we could rewind in this recording. I feel like
I know,
asked
yeah.
if the cheese was.
He
I feel like I
definitely
asked
did
if the
ask
cheese was
this.
incredibly
did.
crucial.
That's
to
fair.
It.
Yeah.
He did.
And,
That's fair. Angus,
Yeah.
you pinned my dick to the butthole machine on that one.
Wow.
So
I'm picturing it right now, and it's not
no,
good.
I do love beef stew though. But remember, this is a soup episode, not a stew episode.
Right. And as soon
Can't
as
wait to do
we
top 5 stews.
Oof.
dude,
So we will.
can we do top 5 stews?
Absolutely.
Is there enough
How
stews?
could there possibly be 12 stews?
Oh, there's-
I know. I know.
We're
there's
all
three
the
nominations.
fucking same.
Yeah, it's so
No,
true.
you guys, your view of what a stew is limited.
Oh, porridge
are-
is porridge a stew?
No. I mean, maybe you guys are limiting yourselves.
Okay. Oh,
You sound like
Okay.
your cult leader now.
yeah,
Continue.
he sounds like
Are
Inception.
you trying
Let-
to sign us up for
introduce you guys-
Scientology?
Let me interest you guys in the world of Xenu, the sweetest stew with the Phaeton. No, but like,
Scientology stew.
I bet
I
you
know
guys
it.
forgot. I bet you guys forgot the curry is a stew. So it's like fucking like that's the whole thing right there. That you could talk all day about the different types of curries.
I
So
feel
Can
like
I
you
just
could have
say-
nommed a curry soup. What?
We could.
no,
We-
curry isn't a soup; it's a stew.
I also think it's kind of nuts that we also. I think chowder. We talked about this before in off
man, yeah.
discussion.
Yo, save it
It's
for the
not-
honey mensch.
Well, I'm just saying it's not part of. People might be wondering where the fuck is the chowder. We know it's just not on this list.
Hey,
All the
and
people
Tongue?
from Boston.
Yeah, but
Tongue?
cream
Tongue?
of mushroom is.
I like cream of mushroom. What's wrong with it?
Oh, man.
Tongue, I'm glad you brought it up about the people out there that might be listening to this podcast.
Here we go.
And I just
I
wanted
knew
to
it.
say,
Uh-oh.
like from
coming.
the bottom of my heart, these are tough times, and we don't know really how to navigate. Our world has changed, and from me, Leslie Cserepy, to you, the listener of Ranked, when you hear this episode, I just want you to know, fuck you.
There it is. There it is.
Jambalayas
build-up.
are stews.
Oh,
A shepherd's pie could be considered a kind of stew if you make it properly.
what?
Hey, listen. So,
Alright.
I don't even. I'm not even fight cream of mushroom. I just wanted. That was a nomination from the heart.
You know what?
Sam.
And I
Cream
appreciate
mushroom
that.
gravy.
I appreciate noms from the heart.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to let the turkey soup go because that's
No.
Honestly-
I was
honestly-
just about to star that. I was
Me
just
too.
about
then.
to
Me
star
too.
it.
Then
Let's start the
fuck
turkey soup because I
Yeah.
had turkey soup. I had turkey soup on my list as well, and like that is a classic. That is like essentially what you're doing is extending Thanksgiving
Right?
dinner or extending Christmas dinner. You know, it's like it's
You know what?
you're
I
almost-
didn't.
Go
Angus,
ahead, Sam.
I'm
Go
gonna-
ahead.
No, I was gonna say I didn't have it on my list because I didn't even think about it. Like I was like compiling my list, and it just like slipped my
great.
mind. And as soon as you said it, I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like, how
Yeah.
did I not? Like, this is amazing. That's like the best thing.
You
Angus, I'm
almost
gonna
look
pump your
forward.
tires right now.
You know,
I'm gonna pump your tires, Angus. Yes, I'm gonna pump your tires. For the someone who only had 3 main nominations, you said, all of your nominations have been starred.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
it's true.
Yeah, when
Holy
For someone who's
fuck.
like, I don't have that many soups. All 3 of your nominations.
Yeah, you said you were
starred.
gonna bagel belt it.
I
Man,
thought
it's like
you
a
guys. I don't
savant.
know. I can't account for your guys' taste. You know, like I think I did. I think I'm not gonna lie. I slam dunked it. I hat tricked
You
it.
did.
I got 3 solid nominations out there, and I got to say, like, what you know, when you got 3 shots, you take three bullseyes. You know,
Hey man, when you mentioned Xenu, I was on board right away.
I'm just
So
saying, you want to get rid of those thetans, or you get more thetans. I can't remember.
I'll just say, where do I pay?
Oh, you pay just right into my direct deposit.
Okay, great. Is there? So we have
Use the Amazon affiliate link.
we have ramen, turkey soup, chicken noodle, French onion, and Italian soup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Is
guess
anything else
we
you
got
want?
I guess miso is
Honestly,
goodbye. Eh?
Of
Yeah.
the creamy soup Sam nominated, I kind of want to try potato leek the most. So I'd be willing
Potato
to
leek
try
would
that.
probably be a good soup.
It's
I
throw,
do
like, a
like
potato
potato
leek,
leek.
and
you
it's
throw
the
some, like-
only hearty thing, like potatoey, stewy thing in there.
It's pretty close to
yeah.
French onion.
Yeah, I would
No,
take.
it's
I would
not.
take
They're
potato.
not even close.
Well, okay,
I don't
in
know.
my mind, they're kind of close. I would say I'd take potato leek over French onion, but that's just because there's no cheese in potato leek soup.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also
yeah, fair.
think they're kind of close, at least in my mind as well. From what
How?
I
Okay, I'm actually genuinely curious though. Like, in what?
I
Because
need
in
to
my
just
mind,
look
they're
up
like not the same at all. What makes them similar to you?
I just looking it up.
Yeah,
I
they just
kind
look-
of had the wrong like mental image of what French onion soup looked like. I actually did think it looked a little bit more like potato leek soup.
All right, let me look up French onion
So
soup.
you
I
don't know
didn't
what
even
French
bother.
onion
Oh,
soup
French
is?
Well, I've had
no.
it like a few times, but it's not a thing that I go to often.
It looks
Oh my
like
god!
casserole.
Seriously? Anytime,
Yeah, I love
anytime there's a
French
French onion soup on a menu with a place that I've never been
Okay.
before, I'm like,
okay,
man,
we
I gotta
gotta
try the French
fucking
onion soup.
talk about this. We gotta fucking talk about this right here. I'm seeing it with. I guess that's all cheese. This looks like a fucking stew, you guys.
The French onion soup?
Yeah,
It's definitely a
Look how
soup.
thick it
There's
is.
Angus,
nothing.
it's
It's
soup.
not thick. That's
it's
bread.
a soup.
That's
It's
like
a soup,
bread
and you are
pieces.
wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong for trying to
Okay, wait,
trying to
wait,
say that it is a
It's
stew,
very
sir.
frothy.
Okay, calm down.
You got
How
Leslie.
dare
down,
you,
calm
sir?
down. Very
I'm going to
frothy.
show you.
Can I-
I'm going to send you a picture
Can I-
of a proper French onion soup.
It's gonna be a
And I
picture
just
of your
sent that.
butthole,
I just sent
gonna
that
be
to the
terrible.
Asian chat.
Okay, for the listeners, it's a naked
No.
man standing in his shower with his hands in his toilet and a rainbow drawn across his body.
That seems impressive.
That's elaborate.
I mean,
No, I sent you a
that
French
gets
onion
across
soup
the
pic.
vibe of a French onion soup.
Can I ask you guys something?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing, I like the idea of a piece of bread sitting on top of your soup. Because I don't know about you guys, I was a big fan of the bread bowls they used to do at like Tim's.
Oh,
and stuff.
Oh
dude.
man,
100%.
yeah.
Right?
100%.
Okay. Could I, in theory, put a piece of garlic bread on top of this soup, no cheese, and still enjoy it?
Dude, that's what you do.
would
There's
be-
a piece of
I
bread
think
under
you
that
could.
cheese.
You could.
Fuck it. Let's
Maybe
do
I
it.
didn't-
Let's do it.
maybe I
Fine,
didn't
fine.
describe
French
it
onion
right.
soup, number one. French onion soup, number one with a bullet.
Even with the cheese.
No, I'd say no cheese, but I mean, that's the thing. Is like, I'm
Honestly,
gonna.
it is good without cheese.
Angus, there's a
that's
piece
the
of
thing.
bread under that cheese. So
No,
it's
I
not
see
I
that.
feel
That's-
bad that we shut that down immediately because you did ask that early on, and we were both like, "Fuck no!" And now that we're coming back on it, I feel guilty.
So here's the situation I find myself in life almost constantly. I will, when talking about pizza with someone, I will just be like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll get mine. I'll get my own pizza without cheese on it because I don't like cheese. Not a lactose thing. I just don't like it. I think it's gross." And
That's
people will look
okay.
at me. Yeah, no, and I understand it's insane and it triggers people constantly. So but I will then propose, okay, well then they will tell me, well, that's not pizza. And I was like, okay, fine. Cheese is so integral to being pizza. I don't know what to call it. But this French onion soup, if it didn't have cheese in it, it wouldn't be French onion soup, right?
No, I think it still would be.
It-
All right,
it-
that's where I
it
think
is.
I think you're still enjoying a French onion soup if you take out the cheese because it has the onion. Like there's so much onion in it, and
I love onion.
It's
I
not
love
French
onion.
cheese soup.
No,
Okay,
and
cool.
it's like
Let's
a
start.
beefy broth. A lot of places put beer in their broth too, which is really good. It's like a beef broth with onions and croutons and stuff. I think bread is like pretty integral. I don't know.
How many we got starred? Because honestly, you're winning me over. It sounds good.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm pretty sure this is our 7 here.
All right,
Guys,
top
when we're all
7,
back
rank
in
top
Ottawa
7.
together sometime, can we go to Big Rig and have their French onion soup?
Yep, if they're still
Yeah,
open.
only if we also go to a ramen place and get ramen together.
Yes,
Oh,
I
dude,
agree.
we'll do a
I
food
want
crawl.
to do that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
a
brought up
soup
that
crawl.
place, and
a
Hey,
soup crawl, man.
and we could live stream it. Maybe is that a thing people would be?
Oh,
interested in?
let's do a
We could
soup
record it.
crawl.
We could record it
Soup
and
crawl.
do like a little.
We'd be so bloated by the end of the day.
It'd be amazing.
crawl.
That's why we
Great.
get the sample
We'll
size of the
just
soup.
get small
We'll have-
ones. Yeah.
I mean, you will.
Can I
I'm
have
gonna
a
get
mug
full
of your
bowls.
soup, please? I'll have a mug of pho.
Megaphone.
It's never small.
All right,
Like,
Sam
what
Jackson,
did you
settle down.
So
I'll have a
can
pint
we
of pho, please.
backtrack to the pho thing. So
Can we
pho
open
is
up?
the way to say it. Well,
Pho.
I'm just
It's pho.
I'm just a pho.
No, it's
Like,
pho, right?
Well,
I'm
there's
not
more-
supposed to say pho.
No, there's more to it, but I accept pho because there's accents on it, so technically it's pho. It is
It's
a little
pho?
bit like a little bit of
like,
a.
will I sound weird being like, we're going for pho?
Yeah,
Like,
you
can I
know.
say that?
You're
Is it
saying it,
allowed?
you're saying it more. You're saying it more right than people that call it pho.
Yeah, that's embarrassing when people call it pho.
So I should switch and just like my go-to should be calling it pho.
And then you'll say, "I have a Vietnamese friend," and he says it's pho.
Okay, wait. Do I look like an asshole if I'm like as a white guy, if I do the little accent at the end? Do I look like an asshole doing that? If I go like, "Hey guys, let's go get some pho"?
I like it.
All right. Hey man, you're the only person I care about.
You're doing it for me. So
I'll blame you if anyone calls me on it. I'll be like, "Yo, Tongue told me
Oh,
that's
good
how
call.
I say it." Yeah.
and they're like, "What does he know?" And you'd be
Honestly,
like,
that's
"He's
what I do
Vietnamese."
for like 99% of the shit I'm wrong about. I'm just like, Tongue told me.
Oh my god, I've brought up Tongue's name in court and gotten out of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's a good
you're
one.
gonna
You're
need
in jail,
lawyers.
so it must have worked.
You're gonna need some
And
lawyers
listeners
coming
at home, you
to
can do that
privately.
too. If you get like a traffic ticket or something like that, you just say, "My name is Tongue. I live in Kitchener."
Yeah, all that stuff. Yes, good.
So
okay,
on the
so
pho talk,
go ahead.
Well, we got 5. We got to get down to 7, right?
We got
question.
7. I just want to rest in peace the other ones.
Oh, sure.
Because I'm gonna make the bun gun for you guys one day, and I know
wanna
you'll
try
like
it.
it. But it's
Oh, yeah.
really
Yeah.
hard to sell if you haven't had it before.
Mhm.
But I definitely want to make it for you because I know you'll all like it.
I'd love to
Sorry,
try that, but-
Miso. I don't think we'll be missing you.
Yeah, good, very good. What
Hey,
do you
Bun
think?
Gun, your bun gone. Get out of here.
Nice.
Whoa!
All right, Sam, you got to have one for cauliflower soup. What do you want to say to that?
You're I got nothing. I got
Okay.
nothing.
Butter
You're-
nut, more like better not, be on this list.
Oh no, butternut was like my other circled one, but
Okay,
that's
go
fine.
cream.
That's
Oh,
fine.
I like butternut squash. Honestly, I think
I
it's
think
actually
we
really.
are missing some autumn like hearty
Me
like
too.
soul cooked
I will say,
soups.
I would rather
So-
butternut squash than potato leek in this instance.
Interesting.
Oh, right now
only-
I had none of mine starred. I thought my whole list was getting
No,
cut. So
I want to start potato leek, but
Potato leek is really good. Butternut squash just seems a lot different than the rest of the soups that have been mentioned.
I think
That's all.
potato leek is also different than the rest of the soups.
Okay,
So.
it's whatever.
I'm open for discussion, but
Whatever. I will say, like, if I had to choose between one of them right now, I would definitely eat the potato leek right now.
yo, the
I would
potato
too.
leek's dope. It's
But
so
the butternut
good.
squash is really good in the fall, like you said. So
Yeah, it's a
The
good
butternut
autumn
squash
soup.
is a little sweet, right? It's a little sweet.
Yeah, it's got some
Yeah.
sweetness
I don't
to
know.
it.
I'm not down with I'm not down with sweet in my
Yeah.
soups.
okay,
I
then
like
it's
I
gone.
like my because
So we're
I said it
keeping
before. I'm a
potato leek.
salt freak. I'm
We'll
a
take
salt
potato
freak.
leek.
You know what? Potato leek. I mean, autumn in general is great for all soups, but yeah, no, it's a good.
Can someone please say goodbye to cauliflower soup?
Okay,
Cauliflower soup. You better call a ride from your phone, flower, because your soup
cauliflower. Don't be so
dour.
sour.
Yeah,
Ooh.
good one.
Yeah, it's very
Dour
good. I'll
style.
say
That's
it's
good.
good.
No, that's good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
That was
we'll keep
good.
it
Yeah, that's good.
Lock that in. Lock that in. Okay, so again, one more time. We have pho, we have ramen, we have turkey, chicken noodle soup, potato leek, French onion, and Italian wedding soup.
I got
7.
one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, mushroom, but there isn't much room for you.
Oh, that's
just
so
thought
good.
about it. Oh man, that's so good.
End the cast. End the cast. This is it.
You guys
That's it.
fucking. I'm gonna slam my mic on the ground.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any locks on the list?
I gotta say, pho is probably a lock for me.
I wanted to
That's a
say
lot.
ramen was a lot.
I would say I want to be. I didn't want to say my own, but I think ramen's
Okay.
a lock too. Pho
I
and
also
ramen.
think pho and ramen are locks. TBH.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
What about chicken nudes? Is chicken nudes a lock?
No.
I don't think it's a lock.
I don't
No,
think so.
I
It's
like
so basic, bitch.
But
It
Leslie,
is.
Remember, water won the top 5 hangover cures episode, so I'll never let that go.
you'll never let it
I
go.
need to make
You weren't
some.
even on that episode.
I know.
I need to listen to this episode.
Leslie, pho and ramen, are they locks?
I think they are locks. I think they
Yeah.
are locks. I don't
Right.
know if they're I don't know their list placement, but I think they're locks. I think they are locks.
That's all we need. That's all we need. Is there any other locks on this list?
I mean, personally, I would lock French onion, but
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do this for you cheese people out there. I'm gonna say lock French onion as well.
Okay.
I will not lock French onion yet.
all right.
I do
all
like it a
right.
lot. I just don't. It's not like a lock this right now kind of soup.
Okay.
Because
all
there's
right.
some really good stuff. Italian wedding soup to me was the one that I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Okay,
what I
dude.
Italian
Dude,
wedding.
But
I
I would
wedding.
lock turkey.
I would lock turkey as well, but I'll lock Italian wedding. Fucking get.
I
get
won't lock
Leslie on board.
Italian wedding.
Ooh,
Interesting.
You just went to an
Yeah,
Italian
you
wedding.
Just, you just had an. You just quote had an Italian wedding.
I
End
did,
quote.
and that's how adamantly I won't lock it.
Wow, you're really changing your tune on
Rude.
it.
I know. No, I liked it, but it's not lockable.
Oh, it's not Guiji.
It's not
Turkey soup.
good.
I mean, I would lock turkey soup. I love turkey soup.
I'd lock turkey soup, but
Leslie, what do you got?
soup,
What do you,
turkey soup is very, very good. I won't lie.
and it's hearty. Ugh, God,
I like
you get
it too,
You get
but
like the
I
dark
don't-
meat and the white meat in there, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Angus,
potatoes,
I could be
like
convinced,
carrots,
but
maybe.
I won't lock it. Is there anything that we can
Celery for
completely
soup,
cut?
you freaked out there?
If we lock turkey, we get rid of chicken noodle. That's the hill I die on.
I would do that hill. I'd do that hill.
Honestly,
Fuck yeah.
I'll take turkey. I'll lock turkey and say bye to chicken nudes.
Yeah, so will
Okay,
I.
we're talking turkey.
Leslie, Tongue, what do you think?
I could be. Well, to be honest with you, I think they're two completely different soups.
I think they are
but,
too.
I agree.
I like turkey soup, but it's not a turkey noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup is like you said,
Bro,
if
you
someone's
can
sick, you're at home,
You can
whatever.
put
like
noodles in your turkey soup.
In a turkey soup, I would do something more starchy. I'd do like a potato or a barley.
Yes,
Maybe
exactly.
I don't know if
Dumpling?
I could do a dumpling. Yeah, like a
Oh,
potato,
shit.
like a.
but they're like two separate things for me. Like I don't even see.
I mean, and chicken noodle.
I
soup
agree.
is
They're
basically
separate, and I still
a
cut
healing
chicken
potion.
nude.
Okay, so is chicken noodle just gone? Like I like chicken noodle, but it's
Chicken
definitely
dude,
like a
more
wait a
like
second.
chicken boo.
Wait a second.
Oh,
I'm not going to let myself get screwed again like this. I will say chicken nudes is gone if turkey's a lock.
Turkey's a lock.
I
turkey's
think
a
it's
lock.
Tongue?
turkey is a lock.
Boom. Chicken nudes.
Gobble, gobble.
Yes.
Sorry, chicken
gobble,
dudes.
motherfucker.
No more chicken nudes.
Bach. Fuck.
Nice, buddy.
Thank you.
So we
I'm
didn't
so
lock French onion, or we did?
We did not.
We did not, and we
So
didn't
we-
lock wedding. But it looks like those are the other two, right? Because, like, I mean,
So we have potato leek.
No, we got potato leek.
so we got potato leek, we got French onion, and Mario wedding. I still have it written down as. So we got three. We got three in consideration, right? And we got to pick two.
Yes.
Oh, it's a hard.
I'm gonna
it's
say
I
a
think
hard
people were
bargain.
pretty pumped for Italian wedding soup. I will say this.
I actually want to try Italian wedding soup now. I've never had
I
it.
swear, even if you get a can of Italian wedding soup right now, it's going to be delicious. I've lived
down
off
for
of it.
Leslie, the reason
really
why I was so
hard.
willing for Bun Gun to leave is not Italian wedding is like pretty different, but it has that like meatball thing going on with Italian wedding soup.
Yeah.
And Bun Gun has like a similar thing, but with like pork and shrimp in a ball. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take.
I'm
that
really
sounds amazing.
appealed. Yeah, it sounds really good. So I will definitely be okay with Italian wedding soup.
Okay, so Sam, if you had to
Yeah.
pick between French onion and potato leek, what would you think?
Whoa. And it all
Were you
comes
I
down to
mean,
weight.
fuck. Okay, so if I'm like making it at home, potato leek. If I'm going out to eat
So,
somewhere, French
Sam,
onion.
I
Yeah.
could go. Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I'm leaning towards potato leek, but I'll get French onion in for you, cheese freaks.
French
Honestly,
onion is very hard to make. I will say
It is hard
one of
to
the, one of the things that like attracts me to potato leek is Sam. You're saying that it's quite easy to make.
it is.
A proper
very
French
easy
onion
to-
soup. A proper French onion soup will take you like a day
Years.
to make. You know.
Yeah.
Right, days. Sorry, days.
Honestly,
Also,
guys,
that-
I'm
that
willing. I'm willing to.
I
I
I'm
love
more on the
both
side of
those
potato.
soups so much. You're on the
I'm on-
okay.
Yeah,
God, it's
I'm
tough.
feeling
I need
potato.
to cook this soup for you because it is so fucking.
Are we
good.
going
I like-
potato then? Potato leek?
I
Yeah,
like potato.
I'd go
I like
potato.
I like the
Yeah.
ease of potato. I love the idea of bacon on there. I also like
Oh, the
the
bacon.
the potato. Just
The bacon's a great component.
just you're getting a spoonful of potato leek soup, and then you get like this nice little chunk of potato, and you get to chew on that a little bit. That sounds
God, I love
great.
potatoes.
I
you
would
guys.
never
love
make
potatoes.
a French onion soup at home. Really, I would make a potato leek soup. So
Leslie,
therefore,
you would kill a potato leak.
I would
soup.
Leslie, please
honestly
do the
like
honors.
let's be serious. I would fucking kill a potato leek soup.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Okay. Fuck chicken noodle. No, fuck French onion.
Fuck
Cherry chicken noodle. Kill
Very chicken.
buttermilk. Okay, Leslie, do you want to give the honors and send off French onion?
French onion. Your French dunion.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
You guys are so good at this.
Thank you.
very good.
It's
Sam, you're really
it's
good
a
at it, too.
skill that is only applicable to this.
To this
You get paid by
Don't worry.
doing your skill. The only reason I have this skill is to not get paid.
Yeah. Sam, you make actual art. And we do
Oh, man,
this.
you guys
Oh.
make art to my heart.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Sketch
You're
art,
not getting the
fam.
royalty-free checks in the mail from the Pod Cavern episodes we've been doing.
No, I didn't.
Oh no! Have they been
Just me?
sent?
Oh yeah, we've hit syndication. So.
Oh shit!
Oh my
We gotta
god!
get Seinfeld
that's
numbers.
You
All right, so we
probably
got
are
five
getting
now,
up
right?
there to syndication numbers, like the amount of episodes that would be syndicated in TV. You're getting up there, Tongue. This is a lot of episodes that you've done. Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, congratulations,
stop.
Tom.
It's not about me.
Tongue, it's
not about
100% about you.
So wait, do we have
Okay.
5?
We do.
Sam,
We
Sam,
do?
please. They're praising me. Please.
Shut up. Doug.
Tongue,
I'm missing one on the list. I haven't written one down. What was
We
it?
have
I'm in
pho,
denial.
We have ramen. We have turkey soup. We have potato leek and Italian wedding. That's
Oh,
five.
wow.
Wow.
That's a
What
that's
a
a
wow.
list.
What's
That's
a
a
fucking
That's a
list?
list.
That is a list.
Okay.
What is five, everyone? What is five?
Potato leek.
Potato leek.
I was going to say Italian wedding, but I think it is
Would you
between
go with
potato
Italian
leek.
wedding 4?
I would say it's between potato leek and Italian wedding, obviously.
Okay. Because
So,
I would lean potato leek 5, Italian wedding 4.
have you
I
had
agree.
either?
I agree.
No, I haven't
agree.
either, but I want to try. But I want to try Italian wedding slightly more than I want to try Italian.
I think you're
Italian
going to like
leek.
potato leek more.
Really?
I
you guys think?
disagree. I disagree.
I also in the same boat. I think Italian wedding seems just slightly more appealing than potato leek. Potato leek,
I think
already
it's
know
more
it.
popular.
I guess maybe there's like the
That's
X
not always
factor.
a bad
Italian,
thing.
like there's so much like going. If the pictures of Italian wedding soup look amazing,
Yeah, they look bomb. It's a visual aesthetic. Like that's the thing. Like this sounds like really bad maybe, but like it's a thing I consider when I'm making food. I will choose different color vegetables because I'm like, this is like too red. Let's put yellow and orange peppers in.
that barley or whatever.
Yes.
You said barley, right?
Noodles, barley or whatever.
Oh man,
It looks so good.
it's so
looks so
filling
good.
too, and it has like all these amazing tastes just put into one soup. Like it's
You
amazing.
know what also it looks like? You look at that and you're like, that also looks kind of healthy.
Sure.
And I don't feel guilty for eating it.
You know what?
Yeah, but
I'm
do
fair.
the-
I'm fine with potato leek 5.
Potato leek 5,
Potato leek 5.
Yeah.
and then
all right.
what are we doing? Italian wedding 4?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay, Italian wedding 4. Wow.
Okay.
Turkey, ramen, and pho.
Turkey 3? The turkey's 3,
That's
right?
really hard.
Turkey 3.
Is turkey 3?
No, not.
I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know
we don't
about
have to-
turkey
so
3.
I know what's 1 in my heart. I know what's number 1 in my heart, but I don't want to get there yet. So you know what I mean?
I know it's number 1 in my heart too, but I will go. I just don't know how I will say that pho and ramen beat turkey in my mind, anyways.
No way.
Certainly
Oh,
recently,
man.
I've had ramen I've had ramen more recently than I've had turkey soup. I haven't had pho in a while, but
I love pho. Okay, you know what? Here's something that's interesting that's like coming into my mind now. And I don't know if it's saying that one's better than the other, but in my head, like I get turkey soup so not often, whereas I can go get pho anytime.
turkey
Oh,
soup.
And I
that's a
feel
good
like
point.
turkey soup has such a like, I can have it like twice a year if I'm lucky and I'm like stuck around long enough after Thanksgiving or Christmas to like get it. But like I don't get it often, and pho I can go like pick up, but like turkey soup is rare and it's so good. And I don't know if the rarity is like maybe like boosting my opinion,
Right.
but I would put turkey soup over pho.
So here's the thing with turkey soup.
Never.
I think it gets a little bit of momentum by the meal before it. Because presumably you ate the turkey and then you have the turkey soup. Like you're eating like leftover turkey soup.
I guess.
Not to shoot down my own kind of nomination,
Yeah.
but I could see the point to be made about like we talked about like some of these being like a really big laborious process. It's like, well, for this one to do it right, to do it the way I would do it, it involves making a whole other turkey dinner.
Okay, and like counter that though.
That sounds
like,
delicious, though, Angus.
Counter that,
I'll make
my
turkey
grandma
with it.
doesn't actually have turkey in this soup. Like we use the
Oh,
carcass
really?
and stuff to
you
make
got-
the broth,
oh,
but
interesting.
there's no actual meat in the soup. The meat's all like put aside for leftovers or we've eaten it. There's no actual.
That's
meat in
crazy.
the soup. It's all used
Yeah.
I know it's very
that
crazy.
seems
I
kinda
usually
Like,
buy a
nuts.
really
she
big
uses
turkey.
she uses the turkey carcass and she puts in like a stock of like celery or whatever and like boils it all down to make the like broth, and it's delicious. But for me, and maybe it's just because like I miss it and don't get it very often, but I'm like, man, turkey soup. Like if I had to pick right now, like I would love a turkey soup.
Leslie, how do you feel?
I love the turkey soup. I love the turkey soup. It is so special, and I haven't had like traditional Christmas dinners and stuff in like the last few years of my life. So I haven't had a good turkey soup in forever, but I still have the memories of turkey soup, you know? And I don't know if the rarity of it oversteps the availability of the other two. If I were to choose between pho and ramen, what I would normally choose, I think I would probably go pho over ramen. It's a very, very tough choice, though.
Yeah, that's tough because I don't want to badmouth any of these remaining
No,
tastes
no,
because
you
they're
can't.
So
so
like
tasty.
taking availability off the like decision chart, like I'm thinking you're giving me a menu. These 3 items are
Okay.
all on the menu.
Oh, okay.
What do you order? Like that,
Okay.
and it has nothing to
But-
do with it. Like you have all of them as an option.
I
What
think
are
that's
you
tough though
taking?
because no matter what in your mind, in the back of your head, you still have that rarity thing
I
in your
guess,
mind about
but like
turkey,
if I
right?
saw
I go to
them,
I were at a restaurant that offered me turkey soup, pho, or ramen, I'm gonna go with the turkey soup just because.
Angus, this is our restaurant.
It's just like it's like
This is our Star Wars restaurant.
Yeah, what is that? Okay, turkey would be.
Ooh,
Like,
is.
guys, the first.
okay, if you're really into pho, are you a pho reek?
Oh yes.
Super
No,
Farik. Super Farik.
I gotta say, like, I don't know. I think
Turkey.
I think turkey sits at 3. That's I don't know. I think those other two are just like
I guess turkey sits at
like
3.
turkey. I'd pick
I'll
as
take
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I'm gonna go with like, and again, I fucking turkey soup is so good, especially the way that Angus you described it, of putting
I'll
all
make
this
it for you,
fucking
I
other
promise.
shit in there. Like that sounds so good. I'm also very biased. I am a sucker for like Asian soups. Like really, I am. And like for me, like there is nothing better than homemade pho in my mind. Like it is one of my top 5 foods in general. Is pho. And ramen is just such a treat all the time too.
Oh, God, I love ramen
it's
so
so
much.
good.
and that's the thing. Like, if I'm being truly honest to my soul, my heart, I would put pho 3 and put ramen and turkey above it. But I just didn't see that happening. So I figured.
If I was being true to my heart, I'd put ramen 3 and put pho and turkey above it. I know.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
I know. I
think-
like ramen a lot, but I'm really new to it too. Like
That's
I've only
fair.
had
There's
it.
also,
I've
like,
only
1 million
had
different
good
kinds of
ramen.
ramen.
And
Like
there's so much different types
once.
of it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
so.
I would
new
agree
to
with
it.
you on that, Sam. I think I would maybe put ramen as
Wow,
3.
okay. I'm shocked, but yeah,
Ramen's heavy. Like
I love
it can
ramen.
be.
Oh,
it
I
can
love
be.
ramen too.
I like a
Okay,
heavy soup.
so
But hey, it made the top 5.
It made the top. It made the top.
It's an honor
You
to
know
be
what? All
nominated.
these soups, they made the top 5. So
Yeah.
they're good
You know
soup.
what? I will relent. I'm shocked. I was going to fight for ramen number 1. I thought that was the battle that was about to come. But I'm fine. If you guys want ramen 3, I can live with that.
It's so tough.
I want ramen.
It's so good though. Like, the
Ramen's 2 in
noodles,
my
like-
mind.
Ramen's
Ramen's
2?
2 in my
Yeah,
mind.
I mean, ramen's 1 in my mind, but I see what
Yeah.
you mean.
I would
We're
put
all-
ramen 2, pho 1. To be honest.
Yeah,
Ramen 2 for 1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Turkey 3.
Turkey 3.
Yeah.
Turkey 3, that's what I was
Yeah.
getting at, yeah.
All right.
It's a
Let me
Wow.
It's like
Just,
pho's a
wow.
list. Okay, wait.
Wow.
So
How did that just even
so we're
happen?
Clear, just so we're clear, am I the only person that would put ramen over pho? Just because we don't have to have a big debate about it.
I think so.
And that's fair. That's
Yes.
totally fine.
For me,
That's totally fine.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
will
love
say though,
I
Angus-
love pho, man. That was
Man,
that was
it's
always
hard
my
'cause I love both, but I'm thinking about it when I'm at work. We're like kind of between a bunch of joints, and if I'm going out for lunch, we go out for pho a lot. For
Oh, yeah.
lunch.
Yeah,
and
there's
like,
a great
I-
And Ottawa has amazing
Yeah.
pho. Ottawa is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
go
pho
out a
capital.
lot, and it's just like maybe
It's
we're all
true.
biased from like being in Ottawa, but
No,
I'm
it's definitely biased. Yeah, I know like
Yeah, it is
6 great
definitely
pho
biased.
places.
Also, living in a Vietnamese household is definitely
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
biased.
I lived in a Vietnamese household, and I
I too lived in a
You did?
Vietnamese household, and it
Damn,
was
you grew up in a Vietnamese household.
Angus, I'll say pros and cons. Like, I do love ramen,
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
but I love the variation in ramen. Like, there's so much more types
right?
of ramen you can have. At the same time, I've also had like less than tasty ramen. Like, I've also
Yes.
had bad, like experimental
I
ramen.
think that's a
where
bit
I'm
like the chicken noodle, where there's such a grand scope of like how good and bad it can be because there's just so much of it around.
Right.
I also like that's the thing with like ramen. My favorite part of the ramen is like a tie between the noodles and the broth, where it's like you know what I mean, where it's like like I was almost hesitant to nominate it as a soup because when I think of ramen, I don't necessarily think of it as a soup, but I guess it is. You know,
Yeah.
and the noodles are so integral.
they
Yeah.
absolutely are. Absolutely.
All right. Did
All
we
right,
do
sounds
it?
like we got a
I
list.
did
We
it.
did it. I think we did it.
All right,
Tom, could
everyone.
you use your perfect voice to read this list of a list for
My
us?
what voice?
Your perfect voice.
My perfect.
Perfect.
My
Sorry, that's
perfect.
Perfect.
Potato leek soup number 5. I can't keep this up.
3-10
to you. Number 5, potato leek soup. Number 4, I can't even do it normally.
All right, let's try
Number
this
4,
one last time. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Potato
God.
seek
Number-
loop? Is that what you said?
Oh, he's having a stroke. Guys.
Number 5, potato leek soup. Number 4, Italian wedding soup. Number 3, turkey soup. Number 2, ramen.
Yeah.
And number 1, pho.
We did it,
Now that we
everyone.
can all say it right.
Yeah, now that you can all say it. Yeah, Sam, if you ever say pho again, I'm gonna come for
I
you.
know I won't. I don't think I'll feel comfortable saying it ever again.
Don't do it. We're going to do honorable mentions now. Going around the circle doing honorable mentions. So let's go around. We'll go me, Angus, Sam, Leslie, and let's just rattle them off. So what I have next is clam chowder.
Yeah, New England.
Melted ice cream.
Beet soup.
Good.
Beet soup, also known as borscht.
Oh, borscht. Nice.
Borscht.
Split pea and ham.
Interesting. Wonton soup.
Red pepper
man.
soup.
Carrot ginger.
Lentil.
Broccoli and cheddar soup.
Oh, yeah.
My last Ani mensch was pho. Pho?
Ooh.
And my last, minestrone.
Oh, that's so
What
good
is
too.
minestrone? It's like a
I don't
tomato soup? Is it
really
tomato
know.
based?
Yeah, it's like tomato. Oh, tomato soup. Nobody even talked about tomato
Nobody
soup.
thought about tomato soup.
Oh my god! But it's
honestly-
good with grilled cheese.
No.
Low key. I think tomato soup is even more basic than chicken nudes.
Oh, you're
Oh, for
right. It is
sure.
pretty basic. Yeah,
I
it's
like
pretty
it.
Basic
basic.
than chicken nudes?
Basic soups.
It's like heated
Yeah,
up ketchup. It's like I don't get why you'd eat it.
You don't like ketchup though.
I love ketchup. And I
Okay.
love it heated up.
But I just hate tomato
I hate
soup.
tomato soup. It's too pompous. It's too pompous. Yeah. Sorry, it's too full of itself.
What is it? Leslie, is it you?
I think I'm the last one, right? There's no more?
I have a few, but
Oh,
go
okay,
ahead. Just
go
say
ahead.
all of yours.
All right. Gumbo is technically a soup.
Oh,
And traditional Mohawk corn soup is like amazing if you never had it.
That sounds great.
Yeah, and matzo ball soup, which I've never had, but I know I would fucking like because it looks amazing. It looks. I just watched a recipe video for it. I'm like, God damn, that looks good. It looks like Italian Wedding 2.0, I might say.
oh,
Jewish wedding.
very
I don't
good.
know. We'll see.
Jewish wedding.
Italian
love
Wedding Soup 2. Jewish wedding.
Sounds like a great movie. Well, I just had a few more here, and chicken and rice soup.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like
Yeah,
wild rice.
yeah.
I really like that.
I mean, you could do turkey and wild rice. Just
You could do that.
Yes.
I just had a really good chicken and rice soup canned thing from Costco, and it's really, really good. And then there's chicken pot pie soup, which I just had recently from
That a
Chunky.
soup? What is that?
Yeah, it's
Chicken
a soup.
pot pie
It's
soup is so good.
yeah,
there
it's
crust
really
in it?
good. Oh, I'm sorry? No crust.
So it's just chicken pot pie filling.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
chicken pot pie filling in a
Isn't that
soup.
just
Yeah.
a chicken stew?
Chunky sells it as a soup, and they market it as a soup.
So it's a soup. It's a
more-
soup. Yeah, that one's really
It's a
good.
soup. It's a soup.
Chunky makes really good soups, actually.
The chunky soup is good. It's really
Yeah,
good,
I'm all about
especially
the
with all
chunky
the
soup.
canned meat.
Yo, potato bacon leek is a chunky soup.
Is it really?
Is it?
Just
Is it
chunky,
canned-
chunky
is it
made
canned
an
meat,
Italian
though?
wedding.
Well, it's like got chunks in it.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna send y'all the link.
I have just a few more here. One of them is Napa cabbage soup, which is what
from
I
Dragon
make.
Ball, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's just Napa from Dragon Ball put in a soup. No, it's something that kind of like what Angus has to do, where he has to make a whole turkey to make the soup. This is like a lot faster than that, but you use the broth from a whole chicken, and then you put like Napa cabbage in it, which is very tasty. If you ever had Napa cabbage, it tastes very, very good. And with
Love
chicken,
cabbage.
Hot Dio is a type of Vietnamese soup. This might be what you had, Les. It's a pork and seafood noodle soup.
I always had
when
the
you go
one
to
with the
Vietnamese
chicken. I got a seafood soup with chicken broth, and it was amazing.
And the last one is another Vietnamese one. It's called Bom. I got to show you all these Vietnamese soups. I'm sure I can try to at least convert some of you. It's called Bom Bao Way, and it's like pho, but it has a thinner noodle. And the broth is kind of like, it's typically beef or all chicken. And it uses also pork as well, and pork, shrimp
Sounds
paste,
good.
pork bones. Yeah, it has all that stuff. But the difference between this and pho is that it's traditionally very spicy as well. So if you like spicy food, spicy soups, Leslie, I'm looking at you,
Hi.
then you would probably like this soup.
I can't wait. I want it.
We
in
should
my
get to
mouth.
plugs because I think Leslie's not long in this world.
I'm gonna fill in for Leslie. That sounds amazing, Tongue. That sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
great.
Let's go to plugs. Before Leslie completely turns into a robot. Well, Angus, thank you for being on the cast. Thank you for interneting in and using your perfect internet to. You know what? Honestly, though, after you plug your your laptop into Ethernet, you sound clear the entire way.
I mean, I sounded fine before too. I thought.
You had a little bit robotiness,
All right.
but
Well, not as much as Leslie. So remember. Yeah. No. Thank you, Tongue. It's a pleasure to be on the show, especially in these
times,
interesting times we're in.
Definitely.
Yeah. For plugs, I would say obviously check out the Podcavern and all the shows there. Talking Tongue. My personal show that I'm working on, Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. We're still putting out new episodes for that. Tongue was just on a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's a fun if you like superheroes and interviews and improv and hearing my voice a bunch. Yeah, and don't forget to donate and check on your neighbors.
That's right. And Quest Friends Forever, whenever that is.
Well, yeah, we don't have any shows lined up, but yes, no, Quest Friends Forever, of course, the Dungeons and Dragons improv team I'm on.
That's right. Well, thank you, Angus. Sam, do you have any plugs over there in, what do you call yourself, a Haligonian world?
I guess, like, temporarily. I don't really have anything to plug these days.
You always say that, but then you're like, I'm working on like 10 like animated shows.
I'm actually not. Yo, for the first time, we're kind of between productions. I'm training a new crew. So we're not, I have nothing to plug. Obviously you can check out past work, but follow me on Instagram, Sam Animation. I've been working on some personal stuff, which maybe will get posted in the next few weeks. We'll see. But nothing crazy right now.
But Sam, I also was hanging out with like Laura's friends a couple weeks ago, and one of the kids were holding a book that was DC superhero girls.
Oh, good. Yes.
And then I was like, I have a friend who worked on that. And she's like, you liar. And then that was the end of that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I can plug that till the day's end. I mean, all the shorts are on YouTube now. So DC Superhero Girls, if you're looking for an amazing show to check out that is full of badass women being super cool, YouTube has a ton of shorts that you can watch. I think it's on Netflix, but only for America. So look for it where you can find it, but it's super good and worth your time.
Amazing. And Leslie, without speaking in zeros and ones and just in your regular voice, what do you have to plug?
Hi, it's me, Leslie. And I'd like to plug soup. I love soup.
Wow, Leslie. Great plug.
Thanks, Les. Is Les actually gone, Les?
What's going on?
Do you have any...
Sorry, I had there was a big fight over here with an actual robot, and I ended up speaking into its voice box or something. Anyways, I have nothing to plug. Oh no, I have nothing to plug. Listen to the Improv Punch Up if you haven't. It's fun, and that's it. Just be nice.
Amazing. Well, guys, that is it for our Top 5 Soups episode. First episode ever, just remote only. I wouldn't have wanted to do it with any other crew for our first time than the A-Team. So
went off without a hitch.
Went off without a hitch, 100%. And what, you guys have anything else to say before we sign off?
I love you guys.
I love you guys. Yeah.
I love you guys.
First, be with you first. No, I got nothing. I'm trying to.
You didn't say I love you to the rest of the A-Team. What are you trying to say?
I love you guys.
Aw.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Soups on.
Bye.